Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisamthompson.com, and I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered how to build and retain a successful network marketing team? Well, pay close attention, because in this video I'm going to talk about 11 characteristics of successful leadership that will help you build a team of network customers and distributors that are going to be loyal to you and will buy from you over and over and over again. Now, I learned this concept from Ray Higdon, and he wrote a book called Vibrational Money Immersion, which is his written reflections of the Napoleon Hill classic Think and Grow Rich. If you don't have Think and Grow Rich, I highly recommend that you pick it up on Kindle and read it. It's absolutely powerful. And I also recommend that you go over and like Ray's fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/Ray Higdon page. He does some amazing training when it comes to really helping serve and help network marketers really have long-lasting success. So I recommend that you go check out his fan page. He has a lot of great content there for you. So with that said, what we're talking about are 11 successful characteristics of leadership that Napoleon Hill outlined in his chapter in Think and Grow Rich called Organized Planning, or the Mastermind Group. And what Ray came about was he took these 11 principles of successful leadership and he framed it in a way that would be a practical application for people in the network marketing industry. So let's get started here. The first one is unwavering courage. Okay, now here is the thing. No follower wishes to be dominated by a leader who lacks self-confidence and courage. And no intelligent follower will be dominated by such a leader very long. That's according to Napoleon Hill. So what Ray says, a good leader is hard to leave, but a bad leader is one you can't wait to get away from. Now think about that when you've been at a job. You know, the boss that you love to work with, I mean, you're constantly can't wait to get to work and do everything you can to please them and make their day, and you just feel good just being in your boss's presence. And then you've probably had some bosses who are so overbearing that you want to just get away from them because they were just, you just couldn't stand to be around them. They just really micromanaged you. So what you need to do when you're looking at unwavering courage is, what type of leader are you going to be? Okay? And that's going to come from having a knowledge of yourself. Okay? How you want to be seen as a leader. What do you want to be known for? Trait number 2 is self-control. Okay? The man who can't control himself can never control others. And so what you need to do is show self-control, because whatever you do, your group, your network marketing team is going to duplicate. So you want to make sure you are doing things that are going to set people up for success. You want to have a really clear action plan of where you're going and how to really help your team get to where they want to go. Step or trait number 3, a keen sense of justice. And what this is without a sense of fairness and justice, no leader can command and retain the respect of their followers. So you have to be doing what is right and operating from a place of integrity. Number 4, definiteness of decision. This is a huge takeaway from this chapter, and what that is the person who wavers in their decisions shows they're not sure of themselves. And if people see you are indecisive, they're not going to follow you. People follow those who are very confident in where they are going, and when they make a decision, they stick with it and they will keep going. All right? They don't sit there and change their minds. Number 5, definiteness of plans. The successful leader must plan their work and work their plan, okay? And I want you to look at this in a multidimensional person, okay? You may always be the person who has the questions. You may always want an answer for this or that, but you've got to learn from those questions. You know, so what you want to do is begin to ask yourself your own question and ask yourself how you would answer it. If you have followers in your organization who are asking that very same question, how would you answer it? There's a good chance that you already know the answer. And then what you want to do is put it in a way, instead of having them always come to you and wanting to get that answer, maybe you can put it in the form of a video or a PDF that you can redirect people to, that they can get those questions answered. Number 6, this is critical, habit of doing more than what is paid for. Okay, what you need to do is give more value than what people expect. Okay, the more value you give to the marketplace, the more you will be rewarded, because nature abhors a vacuum. So the more you're giving, the more will be given back to you. A pleasing personality. This is trait number 7. Some people who get to a leadership level will begin to lose their humbleness, and there begins to be like this sense of arrogance and one of superiority, thinking, ha, I'm better than you. And they stop learning and they become complacent. And what all the people who supported them on the way up are not always going to support you now if you change your attitude. So always stay humble. Be grateful for the success that you have and celebrate the success of others. Trait number 8, sympathy and understanding. The successful leader knows what their followers struggle with and find ways of serving them in terms of providing value. How can you help them? You must understand them and the problems they encounter. And this is going to really help you with your prospecting, because if you understand what people's problems are and that you are positioning yourself as a teacher and a problem solver, you're going to connect with people on an emotional level, and they are going to be more than willing to join you in business, because you're going to employ the know, like, and trust factor, because people do business with those who they know, like, and trust. Trait number 9, mastery of detail. That means you're understanding your position as a leader. Okay? Does that mean you have to analyze everything? Of course not. But what you need to know is your job as a leader, and you're doing the things you want your team to be doing. So if you are out there showing the team how to, use the tools that are given to you so that it creates duplication, you want to do it in a way that you want your people doing the same thing as well. Because if it becomes too difficult, people are going to go, they're not going to stay around very long, because people are asking 3 questions in their mind. Does it work? Will it work for me? And can I do it? And you have to make sure that you are answering those questions and you're walking your talk. Trait number 10, willingness to assume full responsibility. So a lot of times people will point the blame game when things don't go their way. And I've heard this saying before, when you point the finger at someone else, you're going to find 3 pointing right back at you. The buck stops with you. So if something's going on, take responsibility, take ownership, and then do something about it and find solutions. Don't sit there and point the blame. Last one is cooperation. The successful leader must understand and apply the principle of cooperative effort. Leadership calls for power, and power calls for cooperation. Let me say that again. Leadership calls for power, and power calls for cooperation. So there is 2 really types of leadership out there. There's leadership by consent and leadership by force. So when we're looking at what we're doing in our network marketing business, we obviously want to be leading with cooperation, because what you're building is a volunteer army. okay? And leadership by force, forcing people to do things, pushing them way out of their comfort zone when that's not what they're there for, okay? Some people you're going to bring into your business, they're not going to want to build a six-figure business. Some of them are just going to be happy being part of the culture, the community, and maybe earning just $500 a month, or just being happy being a customer. So it's never a good idea to try to rule with an iron fist with your team. So always look at being collaborative, cooperative, and you will see better results. Always think of your business like this big campfire, and you want people to be around the campfire and drawing heat and energy from the campfire. And you want them to stick around. So you have to come up with ways of making this a community that people feel like they belong to, where they're celebrated and not tolerated. Did you find these tips helpful today? Leave a comment and share. And make sure you go and pick up a copy of Ray's book, Vibrational Money Immersion. It's a wonderful read and really breaks down Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich in such a great way. I found when I would read Think and Grow Rich, when I first read it a couple of times, Napoleon Hill's writing, it can be a bit sophisticated at times. And Ray really took it, the essence of what Napoleon Hill was saying, and really puts it into practical application. You can pick up a copy of his book. You can see the link right on your screen, and you can also click on the link in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.